Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we are discussing an extraordinary piece unique that is one of the first 10 de Bethune watches ever made. From 2002, this is the DB01 chronograph in yellow gold, 42 millimeters in diameter in yellow gold. It is 8.8 millimeters thick. It is 47.1 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip, and it's got a bit of a tweener lug spacing of 22.5 millimeters. The combination of the yellow gold with the sapphire set case band and the diamond set lug profiles is unique. And although I've covered the serial number, guess a number between 1 and 10. I like your odds. So, rarity, exclusivity, historical importance, and yes, beauty. Many folks who are not into the de Bethune look as defined by the iconic DB28 still love the original DB1 series because while historically oriented and contemporary in size, it's not so outlandish that it wouldn't look at home in a collection of more conventional independents such as Grunefeld, Moser, or F.P. Journe. And if you're collecting watches on the basics of importance, this is the first product from one of the most important modern independents. On my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, the small lug-to-lug span belies the diameter of the case. You don't expect a 42 to be only 47 millimeters lug-to-lug. As broad as it is, it's like a large saucer that sits almost flush to the wrist, easily fitting underneath any kind of a cuff. And because it is only 47.1 millimeters lug-to-lug, it's a rare 42 that I can recommend for a lady's wrist. Again, my wrist is 16 centimeters, and you can see there is no problem with a cuff. The strap is a modern de Bethune factory strap with small round scale alligator leather on the bottom, large rectangular scale alligator leather on the top. It is black with a monotone stitch, a sheer cut side showing the layers of leather, and we have a de Bethune yellow gold pin buckle. You can see an interesting feature of the early de Bethune pin buckles is that the underside with the brand name was media blasted rather than satinated as they would later be, and you can also see that the hallmarking would have been on the inner face of the buckle as opposed to the underside with the company name. So little changes. These are important for historians of the brand and independent horology generally. We have diamond paved lug profiles. The ogival torpedo tip, still a feature of de Bethune watch design today, here encrusted with brilliant set gems. Gem setting has always been done in-house at de Bethune. It is one of their competencies. And you can see that the profile has gorgeous baguette cut blue sapphires. And unlike, say, on a Cartier, this is the real thing. These are actual sapphires. The crown is also the monopusher for the chronograph. And the dial with real roselay de guilloche, just like the case and the gem setting and the movement, one of those things that is a de Bethune specialty. Now, while de Bethune often used customer calibers or new old stock vintage calibers in its early days, the movement inside this watch was actually designed by Denis Flageolet at THA, which was a company he co-founded with F.P. Journe, and at one point Vianney Halter was also a partner in the company. And they designed a movement to be used in a Cartier CPCP collection Tortue, monopusher column wheel, oscillating pinion, lateral clutch chronograph caliber. That's what we have here. So underneath this dial, which combines silvered guilloche with blue printing and blue modified Breguet hands, we have that Cartier caliber MC045. Now, it's not identical to the version used by Cartier, but it's the same family of movements, and when the original 2002 de Bethune timepieces were made, including this one, Denis Flageolet acquired the rights to the movement to use it exclusively, and thus this truthfully can be called a manufacturer movement. Manual wind, 45-hour power reserve, column wheel with an oscillating pinion. You saw how I just started the chronograph? Push and hold. With an oscillating pinion, you have a lateral clutch that engages as smoothly as a vertical clutch, and with a column wheel you have a crisp traditional engagement mechanism that feels and sounds crisp. The movement has 22 joules, and again it beats away at 3 hertz or 6 beats per second, and it is an ultra thin caliber, allowing this chronograph to be so slim. On the reverse side, if you look carefully, you can see a lot of the engraving was done manually, which means this watch, built as a piece unique, was in fact part of a series of DB01 chronographs built in only a few dozen copies all told for 2002. The retail date of this watch is listed as 1/1/2003, which, if you think about it, is pretty much impossible. This is one of the 2002 originals, and again, it is a first 10 serial number. There is lots to love, and while you cannot see the movement inside, rest assured it is finished in haute horlogerie fashion. You would not be disappointed. One of the most important products from the most important modern independents, and in gorgeous multi-tonal piece unique form. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.